What is it about plants that's so fascinating? Well, I can only speak for myself. I love plants. Well, for a start, plants feed us. Plants feed the world. Plants also clothe us. You think of the cotton, the linen. Plants provide that directly. Wool, well, sheep eat the plants and provide us with wool. So plants feed us and clothe us. They literally just keep us alive. Plants also keep the ecosystems going. They hold the soil together. They are places where birds and other animals can live, so they provide habitat, very important. And also they provide beauty. And that is essential. There are good scientific studies to show that people do well if they are surrounded by an environment where there are plants. People in hospitals do better if they can see plants outside or if they have plants and flowers in their rooms. It's interesting, they've done studies with people doing exercise. They get better results, and not just in their own personal mood swings and things like that, but things that are measurable like blood pressure and hormones and stress hormones. Better results if they can go outside and walk in a green space where there are trees and a bit of water as well. Now, if you remember, what was mankind's first home? A garden with rivers and trees, and it specifically says God made the trees of the garden to be good for food and pleasing to the eye. Both of those things were needed for our health. And again, we're feeding the body, we're clothing the body, we're providing habitat, places to live for the body, for ourselves, for the animals and birds, and we're also feeding the soul, and that's important as well. Do plants have feelings? Well, you can't go up to a plant and say, how do you feel today? Are you happy or are you depressed? However, plants certainly sense the world. They are aware of what's going on. I don't think plants think because, well, for a start, they don't have a brain. But they are aware of the world and they respond to the world. Now, that's necessary for them to grow. They need to be aware of the light, how much light there is, what colour the light is. They can tell the difference between blue light and red light, which means they can tell the difference between morning light and evening light, and that is important for their functions. They can actually feel vibrations of sound, and there are interesting experiments about whether plants can hear. Now, they can't hear in the same way that they don't have ears, but they are aware of sound. They can send chemical signals to one another. If one of them is damaged, they can send chemical signals to the others around them which have not been damaged, but they will then turn on their own protective mechanisms. So plants can sense the world and they can communicate in the same way that some of our body organs communicate with one another by sending chemical signals. So whether they have feelings as in emotions, no, I don't think so. Whether they are aware of the world and can sense the world and respond to the world, certainly they can.